Love hurts, but sometimes it hurts a lot more than it has to.
Love is like a flame, it burns you when it's hot.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 volatile celebrity couples. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at Hollywood's most dysfunctional pairings, and we are in no way condoning the actions of these celebrities. We'll be including couples who were physically abusive towards one another, who had public blowouts, and who got divorced and remarried multiple times.
I'm human. Really, I'm really hurting inside, and it really kind of is devastating to me.
Number 10. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I already crashed one car today.
Quite a few of this actor's intense relationships have been newsworthy. Winona forever, but his marriage and inevitable divorce from Amber Heard was decidedly the most dramatic. Their short union had its share of strange moments, like the bizarre pet smuggling apology. But the relationship made headlines when Heard filed for divorce and a restraining order, alleging that Depp had physically abused her.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Photos of the actress with facial injuries accompanied reports of Depp yelling and hurling a cell phone at her face. The restraining order was ultimately dropped and the pair reached a settlement. Heard stated she would donate the funds from the settlement to charity.
I have a unique opportunity to remind other women not only that this doesn't have to be the way it is, you don't have to do it alone. You're not alone.
Number 9. Sean Penn and Madonna.
That doesn't obligate me one little bit.
An 80s power couple, this movie star and pop sensation married in 1985 and divorced in 1989. The relationship was punctuated with epic battles, violent scandals, a box office flop, and even jail time. During their union, the actor punched a reporter, quote, baptized one photographer with his saliva, and socked another.
I absolutely forbid this.
Then rumors began swirling that Penn tied Madonna to a chair and beat her with a bat. The Material Girl denied the abuse, but people weren't quick to forget the accusations. The memory of all this resurfaced when Sean handcuffed his ex-wife on stage for charity in 2016, and Madonna offered to remarry him for a price.
And I'm still in love with you. Yes.
Number 8. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton.
Perhaps you would feel less of a fool if you stayed the night with me, is that it?
The relationship that was condemned by the Vatican for erotic vagrancy has been referred to as one of the most turbulent love stories of all time. Both were married to other people when they met on the set of Cleopatra, but nothing could stop their magnetic attraction.
Never so closely.
Even closer.
The high-profile pairing was filled with passion, fighting, alcoholism, and infidelity, not to mention 2 marriages and 2 divorces. The 8 times married actress stated that the relationship failed because they loved each other too much. The icons were explosive on and off screen, but couldn't learn to live with each other or without each other.
I'm gonna finish you before I'm through with you.
You and that quarterback, you're both gonna finish me.
Number 7. Amy Winehouse and Blake Fielder Civil. After the singer's tragic 2011 death, fans were quick to point the finger at her ex-husband.
So we were in a hotel in East London, and for some reason I think I had about £10 of heroin with me.
Many accused the former music video assistant of introducing Winehouse to hard drugs and self-harm. Blake Fielder Civil's brother said that the pair were like 2 speeding trains hurtling towards each other. Photos surfaced of the couple looking bruised and bloody in London in 2007, confirming the toxic nature of the marriage. Few supported the relationship, and rumors claim Amy's name was forged by her family on the 2009 divorce papers. We'll never know if the pairing may have resulted in the rehab singer's untimely death, but it undoubtedly lent itself to her music, giving the world haunting tracks about troubled love.
Coach, this is Blake, my fiance.
Number 6. Rihanna and Chris Brown.
I fell in love with that person. That's embarrassing.
When Riri and Chris started dating in 2008, the couple seemed like a great match. But as we all know, things quickly went downhill. In 2009, photos of Rihanna's bruised and cut face began circulating before it was announced that Brown had been arrested for the assault. In 2010, Rihanna was featured on Eminem's single Love the Way You Lie, which focuses on domestic abuse.
Well, that's alright, because I like the way it hurts.
Shockingly, the 2 musicians got back together in 2013, but ended things again that year. The work singer has come to her ex's defense on multiple occasions, and many wonder why she just can't quit him. Luckily, the relationship hasn't stopped the superstar from shining bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Number 5. Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards.
Yeah, if I wanted that kind of life, I could have just stayed with you.
Good point.
When he isn't #winning, Sheen is making headlines with one dramatic relationship or another. From the shooting scandal with Kelly Preston to the mutual destruction with Brooke Mueller. But we have to say, his marriage and subsequent divorce with Denise Richards takes the cake. After a rocky relationship, the Wild Things actress became so desperate to end things she filed divorce while she was pregnant.
I just want to get it over with.
And if that's not telling enough, she accused him of watching child porn. In response, the 2.5 Men actor called his ex a sad, jobless, talentless pig. We guess it's hard for a man who's part tiger to change his stripes.
You know, I got tiger blood, man.
Number 4. Ava Gardner and Frank Sinatra.
Thank you very much.
This sensational affair turned into a short-lived and toxic marriage. Ava Gardner and Frank Sinatra claimed to be each other's great loves, but shared an intense passion that burned too bright. The icons were both famous for their tempers, and during their marriage from 1951 to 1957, Gardner and Sinatra fought constantly, with public episodes of the pair throwing each other's belongings out of windows during heated battles. Sinatra attempted suicide multiple times, and the silver screen siren was known for her alcoholism. Their overly passionate romance proves there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
If a body kisses a body, need a body cry.
Number 3. Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen.
Yeah.
Calling this punk pairing dysfunctional would be a serious understatement. The bassist of the Sex Pistols first met Nancy Spungen in London in 1976, and by 1978 the couple was living at Hotel Chelsea when, on October 12th, Nancy died after being stabbed in the stomach. Sid was accused of the murder, but died of an overdose months later before he could go to trial. The troubled twosome was famous for heroin addiction, self-mutilation, and pretty much any other self-destructive behavior you can think of. The film Sid and Nancy depicts how nightmarish their codependent relationship was, and remembers these star-crossed lovers of the punk world for the abusive pair they really were.
Sid, don't leave! Sid! What about the farewell drugs?
Number 2. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. These musicians were married for 15 years, between 1992 and 2007. In that time, the couple descended into a world of hard drugs and mental illness. In 2000, airport security found marijuana in Houston's luggage. Then in 2003, Brown was arrested for battery against his wife. The 2005 reality show Being Bobby Brown caught some of the legendary singer and her husband's most erratic moments. According to Bobby's 2008 biography, he brought the violence to the relationship, but she brought the drugs. When the star of The Bodyguard passed away in 2012, her ex-husband received a great deal of public blame. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
This is not the man who I fell in love with. This is his illness speaking. Because this profanity, this anger, this rage, I mean, it's unforgivable.
And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hill till the landslide brought me down.
What's the matter, Alfie?
Nothing. I got a lot on my mind, and I'm feeling a bit.
What?
Number 1. Ike and Tina Turner. Ike and Tina became a musical powerhouse in the 60s and 70s, but the perfect harmonies concealed a dark and violent relationship. In her 1986 autobiography, Ike Tina, which was later turned into a movie, the songstress detailed her drug-addicted husband's long-standing abuse, including giving her a broken jaw, throwing boiling coffee in her face, and rape. The icon with killer pipes went on to create more music and find healthier love. But the world will never forget the secret suffering she experienced for decades. The musical duo shows that when it comes to abusive and unhealthy relationships, love's got nothing to do with it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.